Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez could be a super fight waiting to happen. And when we say super fight, we just mean a great stylistic clash of two top level good fighters. And you have to look at David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant as a very intriguing matchup, because Caleb Plant just came off an exciting unanimous decision victory over Jose Uzcategui. And I think that this will be a very interesting matchup for David Benavidez. So if we break it down, we got to understand that both of these guys have a lot of animosity towards each other. Both of these guys have already talked a lot of trash. You've already heard that, David Benavidez saying that he'll put Caleb Plant on a stretcher, especially after seeing what happened in the Jose Uzcategui fight. And then on the other hand, Caleb Plant has already stated that, David Benavidez, is he even a world champion? He couldn't keep his nose clean. So this adds to the intrigue of this particular fight. And as we look at both fighters, you see Caleb Plant, he's 18-0 with 10 knockouts. Caleb Plant is 26 years old. He stands at 6'1" with a 74-inch reach. If you look at David Benavidez, he's 20-0 with 17 knockouts, but he's younger. He's 22 years old. He stands at 6'1.5" with a 77-inch reach. So he does have the height and reach advantage over Caleb Plant, but I don't think that's going to be a deciding factor in this fight. I think this fight ultimately comes down to the fact that David Benavidez, even though he's younger, he just is a different animal in the ring. He's a scary guy to fight. And I think Caleb Plant has the tools to beat a David Benavidez. But at this point in his career, I don't think Caleb Plant has shown me enough that he can beat a David Benavidez. I think a Benavidez at his best would beat Caleb Plant. I think that it would be a very close and intriguing chess matchup. But I've already picked against Caleb Plant once, and Caleb Plant has proven me wrong, showed me that he's a much better boxer than I ever thought he was. So I have to give him a chance in this fight. I think it's 60-40 right now for David Benavidez, but that could change based on these guys' next fight. I need to see how David Benavidez looks in his next fight. His next fight is against Jalen Love, and that'll be on March 16th. So I can't wait to see that, to kind of gauge exactly where David Benavidez is, how good he looks, and I would love to see that fight get made. I think it's 60-40 for David Benavidez as of right now. David Benavidez is so young. He's constantly improving, and he's only getting better. He has very good power. He has very good skills. And I think that he's going to be a monster for anyone to deal with. 60-40 David Benavidez. I think he stops Caleb Plant. But at the same time, I think Caleb Plant would be a live dog in that fight. I don't think it'll be impossible to beat David Benavidez if you're Caleb Plant, because he has shown the ability and the skills. But I think for him to survive a fight with David Benavidez, he has to be a lot more defensive than he was in that Jose Uzcategui fight. Once again, Unbiased as always is the Ibfp. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.